what comprehensive input is and why I think that it is the best method to study languages. This actually here is actually the guy who discovered a comprehensive input, which he is called Stephen Carson. What comprehensive input is? It's just the method that we use as babies to learn languages. It says that if the situation to spread a message is comprehensible to the human mind, then you will acquire what is being used to spread that message, the words. So basically, if there is a situation, for example, I'm talking to you right now, and uh, I'm using words to spread a message. I'm using signals. Well, if I'm spreading that message to you, then and you can actually understand the words that I'm saying, then through the situation, in this case, through the context, you are going to acquire what is being used to spread the message, which is the word in itself. And one of the things that I think it's really good about this method is that, yeah, you can learn languages as a baby, but in this case, you are probably not a baby, you are a more intelligent baby. So, what a more intelligent baby will do? Well, he will just learn languages through using tools because that is something that is going to propel his language learning. So, yeah. Then, why I think that is the best method to study languages? Because that is just the natural way of us understanding languages. And the other option is just studying grammar and doing grammar exercises. So the other option is just not available because, I mean, why would you study grammar and do grammar exercises when you can apply comprehensive input? And that comprehensive input, you can do it through things like watching series, YouTube, playing video games, watching anime, usually just for Japanese. I know that there are like Korean anime or Chinese anime, but yeah, like, yeah. Then talking with natives, of course. This is what it's called immersion. And immersion is practically the thing that all language learners apply, and you will be hearing that word a lot when it comes to language learning. Be sure to memorize what immersion is. It's just comprehensive input. That is just immersion. Comprehensive input through watching series, YouTube, playing video games, watching anime, or talking with anime. Like whatever type of thing that is going to actually um, be about the language that you want to learn. That is going to be immersion. There are some pretty dangerous things when doing immersion in your target language that you need to be careful about. For example, in the short term, using anime series or YouTube or short form content in general, it's very dangerous because in the short term, it's really good for you because it's going to be fun, and if it is fun and engaging, then it's going to actually help you in your language development. But in the long term, yeah, you maybe have learned the language, but you created an addiction to games or you created an addiction to anime, then it's not worth it. Like, yeah, I mean, you can learn a language, but you created an addiction then to anime, games, series on Netflix. So you need to be pretty careful about this. And what I will recommend you to do when you actually can understand things like video games and anime and videos, when you can understand those things and you are advanced on the language, then I will just recommend to go to books of your target language because this is just the most efficient way of acquiring vocabulary for advanced learners. Uh, it is also the healthier one. Like it is more healthy to, of course, read books than to watch anime and to watch videos, of course. Then how to apply it? If you just apply everything here, you are going to learn whatever type of language you like, whatever type of language that you want. You are going to learn it if you just apply this, which is we need an initial level on the language. Use Duolingo and a frequency list. Why I say to use Duolingo? Because a lot of people have a lot of hate to this app? Well, I say to you because Duolingo is just free, and if you can use something free, well, then it's fine. And that is going, and Duolingo, you are not going to be using it for a pretty long amount of time. Like you are going to be using it for pretty much like, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's just to get you on that initial level. Then you're going to get a frequency list. Like maybe you want to study German, and I'm pretty sure that some people in Reddit or something like that have created a frequency list for you to study. So use that. Then the second step is to create an account on YouTube, Netflix, or whatever site of your preference on your target language country. If it is German, then create it on Germany. Why are we going to do this? Because if we create an account on Germany, where we can now watch a lot of videos on German, and this is going to help us to apply immersion first thing on the morning if possible. And why I say to you to apply it first thing on the morning? Because if you can apply it first thing on the morning, and actually you can apply it and whilst you are fasted, like was not taking breakfast, like you used to study 2 hours of the language, and whilst you didn't take breakfast. So that is, and why I say to you that, because you are actually going to, and your brain is going to be working better. Why? Because I don't know about you, but when I do not take sugar or when I do not take cereals to study something, of course that is going to make my brain more efficient. That is just the way it is. Then create, this is the last step probably, create 3 to 4 cards per 20 minutes of watching anything. If you watch a video which is 50 minutes 50 minutes long, then per 20 minutes you are going to create 3 to 4 cards in Anki or whatever program you want to use. Uh, these cards actually have a front and have a back. Well, in the front, these cards have the the word in itself that you want to study. Then in the back, these cards have the meaning of the word. So whenever you want to study the card, for example, you just are watching the card and here it says house, and in the back says the meaning of the word in itself, like house, uh, house, something that people live in, or something that people live at, and you just study 3 to 4 cards per 20 minutes of watching anything. For example, I am watching 20 minutes of an anime, like normally they are that long, and I am going to grab a word. Well, I am going to grab three 3 to 4 words per 20 minutes. I mean per episode in this case of anime. I'm going to grab 3 to 4 words, and those words I'm going to create a card in Anki or whatever program, and I'm going to put that word with a meaning, especially the especially if you can, then put that word in a sentence in a specific context, because if you don't do it, you are going to see that word actually when you encounter that word again when applying immersion, you are going to see that it has probably a lot of meanings. So just put it with a sentence, put it on a sentence, so you can actually know in which context it was said, this word. So when are you going to study those 3 to 4 cards? Well, you're going to study them whenever you're going to watch another 20 minutes of the video or of the anime or of the series. If you watch a 10 minutes long video, then just do 2 to 3 cards or 2 cards, and that's it. If you do this, well, it's just a matter of time that you're going to learn the language, and that is pretty much it. And if you're interested on all of this, I teach you all of this, and I give you how to do it on my product, which is in the description. So, like, thank you very much.